Hello, welcome to our mandala tutorial. So I'm going to be showing you how to use the mandala maker that we have included within the Unwind big one. There's several different elements to it. We have our mandala grid, and then you have your shapes that you're going to use to create your pattern. So the first thing I would do is take your grid and with pencil, not with pen, mark out all the lines. So you're going to end up with something like this. And that just helps you to place everything really nicely, because the key to a mandala is to make sure that you're repeating the pattern. So pick your first shape, whichever it may be. I'm going to go for this petal shape. Oh, she says. And you've got different sizes of petal on there. So pick which one you're going to start with first. And as I said, the key is really repeating that pattern. So there's no right or wrong, and I would always start in the center just because I find it easier. So what I'm going to do with this size petal is make sure that the tip is always where that inner circle is. And I am going to repeat it around the grid. So north, south, east, west, and then in between each of those points as well. By having that grid, it just allows you to place better. So see, I've done north, south, east, west. Let's zoom in a little bit. Now I'm going to go in the in-between points of each of those with the same shape. You don't necessarily need to use the same shape. You could have used a different one, but make sure that it's repeated all the way around. So there should always be a repeat pattern, and that's the key. So you see I've created that repeat all the way around. I could then add this shape in between those if I wanted to, or we can go in with a new shape. So I think I might do a circle. Let's have a look. Maybe I'll go with this one. So just at the point where that circle fits, add those in, you see, and you're going to just slowly build up your pattern. Once you've written it all, then it'll be a case of going in with a colour pen and colouring it all in. So that's our first ring. We then need to add shapes around the outside of that, so pick a different shape. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to sit it on there, I think, so that it sits just above the circle, and again repeat it in the same position the whole way round. You can see how we're building up the pattern gradually. What I do quite like to do, which I'm going to do in a second, is it's sometimes quite nice to have a bigger version of the same shape. So we'll perhaps go in with this one. Maybe we'll do it there. What should we do? Yeah, let's do this there. I'm going to do it this way. In reality, it doesn't really matter where you place any of these, because you're just going to get a slightly different look each time. But as long as you do it at the same 4 points repeating around your circle. I'm going to move that slightly in and do a repeat there. Always picking the 4 points around the circle. Let's go in with a slightly different shape. On the other 4 points. And basically by picking a different shape each time or making slightly different decisions, you're going to end up with slightly different mandala each time you create one. So it's quite nice. It's very therapeutic. That's why we included it in the Unwind box. Just sitting, practicing some mindfulness. There we go. See how we've done. I quite like in the centre to include a centre point, and I have, when I've created that grid, done it with a dot in the centre just to make it slightly easier. I'm going to add in a little centre point decoration. And you can add another thing around and around. And basically, you're going to end up with something different each time. So I did one a second ago, and this is what I created. And this one looks really different already. I've done some repeating circles, done some repeating shapes. Once you've added colour to this, it's going to look spectacular. So that is how to use our Mindful Mandala Maker. I hope you enjoy it.